Prior to matriculation at UCSD, Ms. Moini spent 3 years as an HIV counselor and was named one of 3 HIV counselors of the year in Los Angeles County. Ms. Moini has served as the founder-manager of Downtown's Women's Students Run Free Clinic, founded the medical school's Amnesty International chapter, has published 2 papers on HIV therapy, and was this year's editor-in-chief of the Human Condition, the literary magazine, The School of Medicine. This year, Ms. Moini served on the admissions committee and was a senior mentor to first and second year medical students, and was selected by his peers as a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. He will continue his professional training at Harvard School of Public Health.
I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm not used to the short one. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Brenner, Dean Savoya, Dean Kelly, Dean Mandel, Dean Moutier, Joyce Felder, and the amazing staff of the OSA, Ramon Aldecoa, Sandra, Terry, Sandy, Michelle, and Kathy, whose hard work have brought us here today to celebrate the end of one journey and set us forth to our next. I dedicate my speech to the memory of my grandma and grandpa, Mamani and Babai. Good morning, fellow deans and faculty, my lovely classmates, our loving families and friends. Our day has come. I thank you for giving me the honor to speak at one of our most important days. Allow me to share with you one patient encounter I had that has changed the way I look at every patient and life as a whole. For patient confidentiality, I will rename her. Her name was Sadie Brown. Her passion was small talk with the usuals at the bar. She worked as a janitor. Each evening, the last tab would be called. A small smirk encompassed Sadie's face. Satisfaction that the floor gave a glimmer of shine with the scent of soap encasing the room. Then Sadie laid down her mop, comfort in alcohol, steps approaching, and then a soft sip, quenching a thirst to be loved, a hunger to be happy. Sadie's past told the story of a young girl whose innocence was lost against her will. Let us now take a journey together. November 2008, setting San Diego Hospice. Here now Sadie lies in bed. Pain dwells in her room. Cancer had invaded. Her breast was its new residence, and from here the cancer had spread to the very minerals of her bone. And here I walk in, short white coat, spiky hair, clipboard intact. Hello, Miss Brown. I catch her by surprise. My name is Niousha, and I'm on a team that will be taking care of you. May I get you anything? She stares at me as if the words I had spoken were foreign to her. Pause, silence. Miss Brown? She whispers, my throat is dry. It hurts me so. Do you have any chocolate milk? And so began our journey together. One day, Sadie turned to me and recalled her favorite childhood memory as she stated, I remember the words. I think it goes like, now I lay me down to sleep. My soul I hope the Lord will keep. You see, Niousha, when I was a little girl, my mother had framed the children's prayer in a frame. Each night I recited it, hoping the next day I'd memorize an added word. Sadie paused for a minute. Her eyes watered. How I wish I could go back to those simple years. The next day, I carried with me that prayer as a gift, wrapped with tissue. Miss Brown, I brought you something that I thought you might like. Once again, that puzzled look grew on Sadie's face. You see, Sadie was not used to the comfort of words and interactions that allowed her to open up for the first time. With weak hands, Sadie's hands attempted to unveil what lay beneath. And there it lay again, the children's prayer once again framed. I can't believe it. They are here, the words I used to know. And so, once again, each day and evening, the prayer was recited. As days went by, each day, Sadie's breathing became labored and heavy. And each day, Sadie had 2 visitors, myself and her loving mother. who would come each day hiding her own pain that made itself apparent as she left Sadie's room with tissues wet from tears. I recall the smiles on Sadie and her mother's face as they played cards while the autumn wind outside blew the fallen leaves. The hours drew by, and with each hour came a new pain, and with each minute every breath grew heavy and loud. She lay there, her eyes filled with pain and tears. "I'm scared, Niousha." And then she repeated, "Please don't leave me. I don't want to be alone." I clenched her hands, hers grasping my fingers tight. And there we sat together, attempting to create a peace out of the misery her disease and life had caused her. And then I began to recite. "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And when in the morning light I wake, teach me the path of love to take." And slowly her breaths became slower and slower. And then she was gone. Time did not exist in that moment. Time does not exist now as I tell you of her story. She lives with me now, a memory I dearly hold on to each day as I walk into the room of every new patient. And I think and I remember the words of Marie Oliver. "Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Yes, whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things." This experience for me was just one of the many during these 4 years that have affected the way I think about life. The value of life cannot be taught by textbooks or lectures, not even by this speech. It is our experiences that shape and nurture us. Thus, here we are, wondering love of medicine. We come back to you with our hearts both fresh and weary. And here I raise my cup of gratitude to the many patients and lives that have impacted each and every one of us. I toast to you, our loving family and friends. Now each of you sit here, smiles abound, posture held high, with pride that your loved one, who will now take on the role of doctor, healer, and humanitarian. Here, my fellow brothers and sisters, here we have come to the very edge of our next path. Here we are at this next dance, where nothing at all needs saying. Everything is absorbed through sun and wind, and every day is blue again like morning. Let us never forget that in front of us always lays a human soul with emotion, family, and a past. To the class of 2009, my congratulations and love, always. Thank you, and may the years ahead be filled with the same passion and love that you bring each and every day. Thank you.